welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be this Grunge Glam makeup tutorial. This is something completely different than I've ever really done before because I either do super girly glam or just neutral. And I feel like this is a great in-between tutorial to create for you guys. I did use the Emeraldy palette and I know it is discontinued, but you can buy every color that's in that palette single, or there's other dupes out there. I mean, I use pretty neutrally kind of colors, but dark colors at the same time. And if you stick around to the end of this tutorial, I show you guys how I do this big, messy, voluminous fishtail braid. And I don't do it the regular way where you just pull one piece of hair over and the other. I have a super cool trick to help you create this braid, and it's really, really, really easy to create. Anybody can create this braid. Stick around to the end of the video, or you can skip to that part of the video if you just want to see the hair tutorial. I cannot wait for you guys to see this look. I really hope you like it. I love the look. All of my lips are like gray. So cool. But anyways, I love you guys. Stick around and we will get started. To start this tutorial, I have already primed my skin using the primer water from Smashbox, which surprisingly turned out to be really cool and I did like it. And then I did go in with my NARS Weightless Luminous Foundation in Stromboli, and I did blend this out all over my face, and my eyebrows are clearly done. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my lips with I'm going to go ahead and prime my lids with MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. This is my favorite primer. However, it is really sticky. So I am going to go in with this E40 blending brush from Sigma, and I'm going to blend Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie all over the lid, basically. Well, really in the crease and a little bit on the lid. This is going to help us blend everything out and make everything soft and really warm. If you don't have an orange shade like this, don't worry. Just use any cream color you have that won't really show up that well, because basically this just lays a base down over our primer. So I'm going to go in with caramel first, and I'm just going to dip it on one side of my brush. And I love this brush, by the way. This one is by Morphe. This is the M412 brush, and it just has that dome tapered shape at the end, which helps blend the crease so easily. So I'm going to take that color and blend it in the upper crease area. I applied a little bit of Morocco, which is a red warm color. If you don't have this color, Makeup Geek's Cocoa Bear is a good dupe for this. And I'm going to pop that right in the crease. If you get some on your lid, that's okay. We'll fix it later, but try to aim for the crease. I'm going to go in back and forth swiping motions, and I'm also going to go in circular motions to help blend all of this color out. I'm also going to take a little bit of the color and work it in the outer V area by just pushing it just in that outer corner of the eye. And I am using the same dome-shaped brush from Morphe. Kind of obsessing over this brush, so if you do an order from Morphe, definitely just throw this brush into your bucket. I just recently discovered that I had it. So I do go way out on the corner of my eyes, and I do go back in and clean that up later with concealer. If you are a regular viewer, you already know the business, but if you're new to my channel, I'm probably scaring you away with this madness. So I'm going to take this shader brush from Sigma. This is an E54, and I'm going to take the color Vanilla, and I'm just going to pop it onto the lid. You don't have to add much of this color because it's basically going to be covered up anyways. But I just wanted to lighten the lid a little bit. Now I'll just take the tip of my brush here and I'll dip it down into Deep Plum. MAC has Deep Damson, which is a color that's just like this one if you didn't want to order Anastasia. And I'm going to pop that into the outer V area right here and work it into that outer crease. And then start pushing it in the outer V just like I did the red color. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of that vanilla color, which is just a light matte color. You can use whatever color you want to use. And I'm just going to pop this onto the brow bone as our brow highlight. This is just going to help pull everything together as well as give us that bright lifted eyebrow bone. That bright lifted brow. I can't talk. Okay, you get the point. Now I'm going to wing it out with this little EO6 brush from Sigma. This brush is so perfect to do gel wing liner with, and I'm using Inglot's number 77 black gel liner. unforgiving liner I've ever used. Wherever you put it, like, it stays there. It's even hard to get off with makeup remover. So you can't mess up, and I'm really good at messing up with this stuff, but sometimes I just like to test myself and see my abilities, I swear. First I'm just going to cover the lid with a crooked line, but that's okay, we'll fix that in a second. And then I'll take the pointy ankle side and then I'll just draw a line like that. And now I'm going to connect the line right here, and I'm just going to start sliding it back like that and start filling it in. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the color Custard, and I'm just going to brighten up the under eye area. I'm just going to blend this out with that flat topped Kabuki too. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of this Becca Cosmetics Eye Corrector and Brightener, and I like to put this on top of the concealer. I find that it's really pretty, sets really pretty on top of the concealer, and it does work to really brighten the under eyes. I mean, I don't know if you can tell the difference, but I feel like I can, but it may be all in my head. I just love having bright under eyes. I'll take a little bit of just translucent powder on an F35 brush from Sigma, and I'm just going to set everything. That way it doesn't crease or it doesn't run. Nothing gets crazy. Everything stays in place. I'm finally breaking down and using my Sweetheart bronzer. This is the Ross and Rachel from Too Faced, and I'm just going in with a huge fluffy powder brush. I'm having a hard time talking. And I'm just going to blend this all over the cheeks. I am not contouring, I'm just warming up my face here. And this bronzer has just a little bit of shimmer in it, which is actually beautiful. Go in with Between the Sheets, which is a blush from ColourPop Cosmetics. This one, they're new blushes they just came out with. And I'm going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks and brush it backwards. It's a really creamy blush, but it actually works well with the blush brush rather than your fingers. But I mean, I'm sure you can use your fingers too. So I'll go in and highlight my cheekbones. If you don't like to highlight your cheekbones, totally skip this step. But I'm going to be using the Josie Maran Luminizer, Argan Luminizer. I'll just pop this onto the high points of my cheekbones and blend it out with my fingers. Such a pretty highlighter. Because I am a crazy highlighter junkie, I'm going to go in with a little bit of Becca Cosmetics Opal and just apply that to the cheekbones right on top of that Argan Luminizer. First, I'm going to go in with this mid sweeper brush, and I'm going to go in with Caramel, and I'm going to blend this from inner to outer corner on the lower lash line. This is going to warm up our lower lash line, make it look really soft. I'll go in with just a little bit of Morocco and bring it up closer to the lash line and start blending that out. And lastly, I'll go in with Deep Plum and just a little bit on the tip of my brush and just blend that out towards the lash. The lashes. The lash. Now I'll go back in with a little bit of that gel liner in this same brush I used before and just fill in my waterline. I'm going to add just a little bit of Benefit's Roller Lash, and this is just going to coat the lashes because we're going to add false lashes. If you don't want to add your false lashes, do not fret. Just simply load up on your favorite mascara. By the way, I do love this Roller Lash by Benefit, and you're probably wondering why the tube looks like this, and that's because Sephora sent me like this mystery sample of it, and they came out saying, oh, the mystery sample you've been using is Benefit's Roller Lash. I'm going to be adding Iconic by House of Lashes. These are my favorite lashes in lash history of all eyelashes. As far as lips go, I'm going to be adding Sebastian by Obsessive Cosmetics Lip Liner. Then I'm going to be adding Naked by Galactic. And now we're going to go work on this hair. To start off this look on our hair, I'm going to be using this Root Amp spray, and my hair is a little bit damp at the roots and at the bottom of my hair, but basically I just sprayed this all through my hair and then I blend it in with my fingers, and next I'm going to use a round brush and my fingers to blow dry all this out, that way it's not hard. And this just gives my hair tons of volume. I hate when I braid my hair and it's stuck to the top of my head and looks super flat, so this is going to prevent that. So here I am just blow drying my roots and blow drying the rest of my hair that was a little bit damp at the ends. Next, I'm going to bobby pin this back crown part of my hair up. We're going to remove the bobby pins later, so it doesn't have to be perfect. This is just going to help keep this part up as we are braiding. That way it's not flat to our head. Then I'm going to take two separate pieces of hair from each side of my head, and I'm just going to simply tie a little elastic rubber band around them. Then the trick to get this fishtail braid is I'm going to create a topsy tail. I don't know if you guys remember these from the 90s, but my mom did this to my hair like every day. So I just loop the ponytail right through, and then I tighten it a little and straighten it out because each one is a little bit different. Doing the exact same thing again from each side of my head, grabbing two separate pretty big pieces of hair, and then I'm going to tie a little elastic around it and continue to topsy tail each piece of hair. I call it topsy tail. I know a lot of people call it upside down ponytail and different stuff like that, but then I just tighten it and straighten it. And I continue to do, and I add this texture tease to my hair because my hair is kind of sleek and it will slide right out of these elastics and it won't hold, so this texture tease spray helps it have a lot of, obviously, texture, and it helps it to stay, and it also helps the volume of the braid to stick out bigger, and that's what I like. I like a big fat fishtail braid. So doing the same process over and over again, and as I go I do spray the texture tease spray down in my hair. And yeah, it's really simple to do. I hope you guys like this tutorial. This is just a quick trick way to do a fishtail braid because I can't do it the other way. Like I said, my hair is too sleek and it just slides right out of the braid and it's really messy. So this will definitely stay intact all day. Lastly, I just obviously pulled the braid to pieces just to get it to look a little bit fatter, and I did just tie the end off. I'm taking a rat tail comb to poof up the edge, and I did pop out those bobby pins, but you can leave them in if you want to. Overall, I'm obsessed with this look, and it's just a super cute, classy, messy fishtail braid. Thank you guys so much for coming to my channel and watching. Check the down bar for all my social medias, and I'll be sure to see you all in my next video. Bye guys.